All right. All right. LGS.
Needed to be present for the rest of this split, because as we enter in match day 6, the back half of our round robin, we are our second round robin with only one left to go. We have seen roster changes that have, for many, been simple, but for some been massive. Tyler FPS notably joining Orglis and Hungry, previously played with Unlucky and Matafe, and they actually added Matafe as an IGL into that squad, and they were a credible force online. They just weren't able to get it together in LAN. Unlucky stayed, but at this moment in time, with the departure of Yuki from Alliance, is now joining Alliance. Can they make things happen? Obviously, Urban joining Cold as well. Romanov, Tryhard Thor, Joke making some moves to EXO, Cybercats, and Lecite de France. But the most important, maybe the biggest highlight here is the story of Tyler FPS and Unlucky, former teammates, now on a old team and on a new team, trying to make it happen in Season 20. We had a chance to talk to them before today's show and see what their thoughts were.
Start the game, homie. It ain't that serious.
Hey guys, I'm Unlucky and I'm playing for Alliance. I'm playing with Effect and Huckies together, and our coach is Snuff. So 1 week before the third match day, Huckies DM'd me, we need a third because Yuki is quitting. So
start the game,
I
coach.
asked him how much time I have 1 day at time because of the roster lock. So I said I'm gonna play out with OH for the last match day, and after that I join you guys. Pretty good.
All right, let's take a toke, chat. Let's go, baby.
Now, but this week went pretty good. We got 4 times
Tokes
top
up.
1 and 1 time top 2. So I'm overall pretty confident going into this weekend with
Let's
the boys.
go, baby.
And yeah. Definitely learning the get
Tokes
the
up,
boys
chat.
for sure.
Tokes
this
up,
1 week
everyone.
was pretty good overall.
You got him, smoke him.
But I was like really excited and
Cheers.
nervous at the same time, because joining a big org as Alliance and incredible players like Huckies and Effect was really challenging for me. But I think I'm doing pretty good, and I'm looking forward to this weekend.
Hello, I'm Tyler FPS from Orglis and Hungary. I'm my 2 teammates are Matafe and Kinda.
Fuck yeah.
Basically DM'd me.
I hit the spot.
Said that they needed a third because Unlucky left for Alliance, and it's a no-brainer. Matafe is a top 5
Woo!
IGL, if not the best IGL in our
Damn,
team,
baby.
I decided to take the opportunity.
All right, now what are they talking about? Just joining
Me and Matafe
teams?
used
Who
to be
cares?
teammates
Let's start the
back in
game.
early 2022. I played with someone called
What I'm talking
Unlucky who
about.
came on Alliance. We formed a team called Bosch, and we was looking for an
Bosch?
IGL. So Matafe
Man, I
was
love
our
British
third.
people. We formed a team
Yeah,
called
great results. We
Bush.
were top 2, top 3 in our
Why not
region.
water?
And then we went to LAN, and obviously it wasn't how we wanted it to go. And I ended up joining E6, Element 6 for the champs, and now I'm back. They're going really good actually.
Let's go, baby.
We used to have like a saying when I was before on the team.
Woo.
We always
69 people in the stream. How's everyone doing?
We'd always end second, and that seems to
How's
be bad.
everybody
We seem
doing?
to be getting second a lot. We recently played a tournament and we ended second, 1 point behind
69.
too, so
Nice.
it's pretty funny, but yeah, it's going great.
Obviously, so great to talk to Tyler FPS. He's a real charming guy, Mark, and you know, you could tell that he's excited to play and willing to put his work in.
Yeah, for sure, and he's joining a teammate, Matafe, that he's had previous
Come on,
success with,
start the
right? And I
games,
think
bro.
feeling comfortable on a team is
Nobody
something
cares
that
about
is
all the
very
fucking
important,
inner
and
workings of the
nothing is gonna
behinds.
make you feel more
We just want to
comfortable
see the game,
knowing
dude.
that you can achieve what you did previously with those teammates.
Come
So
on now.
very excited to see Tyler back. He was one of the highlight players online.
Chat,
in
who's
the
excited for
Pro
game
League
day?
in recent seasons, so I think that he's going to feel comfortable again, and I just want to see him back to form.
Yeah, I think both of these players can make a big difference to their teams. Also, is it something about Alliance where you have to have that hairstyle? I mean, Yuki leaves and now he has it as well. Mark was making fun of me last time.
That's
It's
good.
It seems like
The guy in the middle is just like, oh shit, hair. I wish, bro. I wish. See how he hasn't said anything? See how the guy in the middle hasn't said anything? It's because he just can't relate. He just can't relate. That's it. He just can't. He just can't relate. Oh my god, bro.
All right, let's go into it because match day 6 is about to start. You know, we've got such a
Homie, you
great
just
lead up to
can't
this, and
relate,
it's
bro.
been
Look at
playing
him. He
a
hasn't
completely
said
different
shit.
season, but heading into now, we've seen teams perform, and the teams
He
that have
hasn't said
performed have
nothing.
clearly set themselves up for success for this back half of it. it.
Bro, that guy was
To the standings
so...
currently. It's been really the story of the return of Hardeki. I mean, this was a player who was synonymous
Aurora,
with EMEA as a region. It was synonymous with Pro Apex and one of the stars.
Interesting. I gotta figure out a better way of
Hardeki or Hal. Let's see them go against
streaming
each other
streaming
at
this.
LAN. And it was once the LAN season started.
People just want to see the games. Yo, Snappy boy, that's what I'm talking about, bro. The only person that actually mediocre, like I actually want to hear talk about the game is like Rain Day maybe, or like Fallout. Fallout used to be fire.
Rounding out our top 5, the top 10 here. But Mark, you know, still these teams in the 10 through the 20 page.
It's kind of sad, but you know, it is what it is. I gotta figure out a better way of setting this up.
These playoffs.
Yeah, this is the teams who are in touching distance, right? And you're looking at Alliance. They've made that team change. Unlucky comes in and he said at the start of his interview, "Hi, I'm Unlucky."
How you doing today, Snappy? How you doing, brother? Bro, just shut up and start that game.
They have a lot of firepower now, and I'm sure with the addition of Unlucky alongside Effect and Hackers, they're going to be looking
just
to
shut up and stop the bloody game, mate.
The top of
Come
those
on.
standings. Elsewhere, you've got the biggest thing to talk about is how tight it is between 11th and 20th. There's only kind of less than 10 points.
Yeah, let's take another toke chat. Fuck it.
One game day, all of these positions can change.
Yeah, and then of course you go into
Hot shot hater for life.
Fun positions, 21st and below. And quite a few of our teams that are competing today do feature in these 10. So it is going to be imperative that they find success here if they want to be able to
got a nice old stringy glob of oil here for a toke, chat.
You can see, even
you know how it goes, baby.
Down there, like,
you know how it goes. Tokes up. Cheers.
But for teams like ESG, like TSM Phoenix, they've only played one less series, so they're going to have that opportunity to kind of propel themselves up the leaderboards. There are a few teams that maybe I was expecting to be a little bit higher, but you've got to prove yourself today. It's kind of do or die moment. We're getting to that period of time here in Pro League where if you don't make it today, you may just be trying to play catch up too late on.
And it's going to be about 66% of the time.
Damn, son, that shit is good.
So that means that for groups B and C, it is.
All right, let's see.
Let's see. Purposes. You can see we have some big names though. Aurora, they're not going to want to slow down their pace. They will look to stay at the top of the leaderboard. But Alliance, with their new addition of Unlucky outside of the
I don't even really care about any of this shit. Let's go to the game.
Big shout out on broadcast to everything he has done. But you can see Orglis and Hungry have 3 huge names already competing, but watch out for Team Portugal. TSM Phoenix, we know they've had only 3 match games played. This is their 4th. That would be massive if they can get in the top 5. It would certainly put them...
Bro, if anybody likes Apex Legends, they already know all of this shit, alright?
To unfold here. And
so
season
let's
20
go.
brings so many different things to pay attention to and watch out for in the ALDS. I cannot wait.
If anybody likes Apex Legends competitive, they already know this shit. Let's go.
And Gaskin. Boys, take it away.
I'll tell you what, Dan, it's been quite a wait, but it is a wonderful feeling, I have to say, a re-energized feeling for everybody who's watching at home, and I'm sure for both of us as well, knowing that we're going into the first game day of Season 20, a new game, and maybe some new runners coming to the front.
Bro, can I just do this?
Just to kind of see what people pick for perks. I know that perk trees, for the most part, are quite standard now. Most people are picking the same thing, but it's
boys, we can just do this?
In my head,
how is that?
How
is that for the few?
What difference could that make?
Oh my god!
And I guess we're just gonna have to see. Now, the biggest change.
How's that for your phones, boys?
Half of Pro League to the second half is we're gonna be starting on World's Edge now. So instead of Stormpoint being the kicker off, instead we're starting back to the old familiar, the old trusted.
And we certainly are indeed, and with World's Edge, obviously, we're going to have to talk about some new ideas that we've seen coming through from teams as well, about how they want to level up those Evo cores, how they want to get into the game, how they want to approach it, depending on where their POI is, what their POI is, and where that end circle, of course, is going to be going as well. And one thing we haven't even touched on at this point,
Power core is going to impact the SWAT meta. Yeah. Nice, perfect. Why is screen upside down? Is that not good? 32, is that not good? Is that not good? Chat, let me know. Let me know. Is this not good? I need to know.
I don't know what you're talking about. Give me the RE.
I'm trying something new here.
Every day of the week. I love that thing.
I'm just looking forward to no Digi meta, bro.
Pick it up. We'll have to wait.
Nah, it's not. Okay. Try holding your phone on the side. Try holding your phone on the side. Is it not good? Are you sure?
How is that going to influence things? Aftermath 202. Pest control and
switch account.
4 teams that are being
give me a sec.
first set of maps. So that could
Hold the screen sideways? Yeah, hold your phone sideways, bro. Here, 1 second.
Benefits of early
Hold you.
contests with the new
Where the
Season
fuck's
20
my?
changes
Where's my channel?
is you are probably going to be on blue if you win that fight. Almost guaranteed.
Hold
to
your
be on blue
phone
if
like
you win
this,
that
brother.
fight. So there is a slight
Hold your phone
benefit
like
there.
that. You're on PC? Oh, true. Yo, 32. 32. Hang on, bro. Hang on. If you stay there, bro, I'll start streaming on my other account too. Yeah, give me a second.
A little bit more predictable.
Give me a sec, brother. We're gonna go like this.
Coming in here and looking across, no surprise to see the likes of Bangalore.
We're gonna go like this. We're gonna go live.
And then we're also
We're
seeing
gonna
a few
schedule a
hot picks
stream.
already. Now, when I say
Sure,
hot
we'll
picks,
do
should I
that.
say less popular. We're seeing Lifeline potentially being picked. We're seeing Crypto in there as well, and of course a little bit of Caustic as well, Dan. So season 20 throwing some spanners in the works.
We're gonna go like this. Just hang on,
Very
hang on,
excited
hang on.
to see how the Lifeline picks in particular.
Yeah, I don't think the meta has quite
We're gonna go like that. We're gonna
No one
go
is picking the
1920
same
by
3
1080.
legends across the board.
We're
We
gonna
are starting to see
copy.
a little bit of
We're
variety
gonna go like
here and there,
this.
and, I mean,
We're gonna
Lifeline
go
would be a very interesting one
setting.
indeed. Of course, the ability to change her personal drop package.
No,
to
I'm
an
setting up
actual
another
care package
stream,
with
boys. I'm setting up
red
a.
weapon,
I'm
plus
setting up another
potentially
stream that will be
one of those
1980 by 10.
Evo could be massive
1980 by 1020.
if you're able
Or
to do
1920
that.
by
So I
1080.
understand the pick of Lifeline if it does happen, but of course we might see the meta start to settle.
Alright,
This is
alright.
where we could be seeing our first contest going down. It's over towards Overlook.
Well, it's going to be Aftermath who are going to win the Battle of the Drop, it looks like, and it looks like they're going to be able to land
Yo,
first and pick up
boys.
some guns. And I said the R9's dead. Well, it's certainly not in the hands of Amstel here as it gets taken out of his by the Bloodhound of the teammate. But interesting to see how these
R9,
fighters
I
do.
do not
I
like it
mentioned,
anymore, bro,
contests are going to be a little
honestly.
bit different to previous, Dan, just because you aren't going to be able to just luck out, find yourself an upgraded armor, and be able to take the fight quickly.
Yeah, indeed, and we're not seeing as much Conduit. I know Conduit is still appearing here or there, but it certainly isn't as
Conduit's
prevalent as it
fucking
was. So these
cheeks.
fights are going to be a little bit more.
Make sure it's on
Not
1080.
seeing as much Conduit. I know Conduit is still appearing here or there, but it certainly isn't as prevalent.
Okay,
as
I
it
got my
was,
other
so these
account
fights are gonna
going,
be a
boy,
little
or
bit
my
more
other channel
even.
going.
But if a Conduit does appear, then you are going to have a significant advantage in that fight for sure. But you're completely right, and also why it's not as bad with the contest going down, because if you do win this, you get the
So you
squad
guys
fight,
want
which
to watch
does give you
this
the evil
on
upgrades.
PC?
You're going to be in a far more
There you
beneficial
go.
position than you may have been previously.
Interesting to see if anyone tries to hit the ring console or if they have the ability to, because that's going to give them a little bit of extra evo, and if they can do some poke
There you
damage
go.
off the back of it, then they'll be able to get up to blue armors
Hopefully that works.
nice and quickly. But for now, you can see the high ground is taken up on the silos, and it looks like both teams
Oh. Some nice buffer
might
in
have
there.
just left each other to it for a few seconds. The evo
Let's go like that. Come on.
Advantage because it puts Aftermath straight onto blue because they get the 350 which pushes
My
them
bad,
up. They've
my
already
bad.
opened enough bins, etc. to
My
be able to
bad,
do
my
so.
bad.
And now they can try and get aggressive on this fight because they assume
Let's
the
do
other
it.
team's going to still be on white armors.
Interesting to see if LVH decide to go back for this or if not. Now, just looking at our map overhead that you can see,
Everybody's
Super
pretty
Ring
well
might be
spread
going
out right
towards
now.
Tree, or maybe a little bit
Yeah.
further towards Thermal Station. There is that information from the ring console, but you can also see where those Evo harvesters are. And
Oh,
it gives us
thermal
a little
ending, bro. One of my
opportunity while we have
favorites.
Everyone alive in the lobby
One of
now
my
to talk about
favorites
the
for
idea
World's
of
Edge.
buffing.
Damn.
And the fact that
It's gonna be a
teams
good.
had set rotations that they would try and do depending upon zone in previous seasons, but now they will change and the timings will change based upon having to go out your way a little bit more for those Evo harvesters.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
they're
I
not even
joked in
trying
the
to fight
pre-show
early
about
game.
side
That's crazy.
quests, but essentially it is a bit of a side quest. You have to change those pathing ideas and ideologies a little bit just to get more of the Evo shield. And look at this as well from TSM Phoenix. Just making sure you scan those care packages. That's 50 extra Evo every single time you scan one. So that's 100.
What's everyone
just
think of
as
this new
free
meta?
as that. We are going to be seeing teams trying to utilize any way of upgrading their Evos so that they can have that advantage when they do get into a fight. TSM Phoenix also changed their rotation slightly there. They made sure they pathed their way through so they could hit the Evo Harvester at the same time, and now they're on their way to purples.
And you're probably thinking, well, why does this matter, right? In the bigger picture of things, they're still making a rotate. Well, what it means is certain teams who might have been used to bumping into each other in certain locations in and around World's Edge or Storm Point, they're going to find that there might be a few different teams in the vicinity.
It's getting
because
lit
they're able
up.
to go out of their way, and maybe a choke that they'd be able to hold before won't be available because of the timing that kind of throws them off. So there's a little bit of an unpredictable kind of feel to some of the rotates now, which I've got to say, I kind of love.
Yeah. I like the idea of teams we haven't seen fight in certain areas fighting now, and we will see ambushes attempted to be set up around Evo Harvesters as well. I've seen people kind of grab one, then sit in the area, wait to see if anyone's going to just freely pick it up, because usually a single player is going to dart towards towards
No.
that Evo Harvester, pick it up for the team. And if you can pick them off, then that might end up being a squad wipe because you suddenly get the player.
So they're like
advantage
right behind
and
the
push on that
TSM Phoenix.
afterwards. But everyone's starting to make
This
their
should be a
journey
good fight.
from east to west as we head down towards the southwest side of the map. As we saw earlier, we're going to be going towards the area of Thermal Station. We know Alliance dropped down towards Thermal. They did have a ring console as well, so they're going to be more than happy at setting up in that area.
It's going to be fascinating to watch.
I was gonna say, if they could just smoke up top and cross. Yeah.
Composition here of stay healthy as well, and the idea
Going for that
of,
Evo
are we gonna
Harvester.
play for 2 gens? Are we going to play for the single gen with more HP? And we were kind of looking at it, and we were trying to work out as well theorycraft before the season even got underway. And I think the 2 gens is nice, shall we say, and maybe something that is an option if you're playing. From a
The 2 gens is only really for like late game, you know, when you're like pushing behind like from rock to rock, where you need like to control a lot of space. That's when it's only like really viable. The only time that's the only time you would ever take that is if you're just getting purple late game and you're pushing from rock to rock. Otherwise, the double health is just is insane. And like I don't know, I'm not a big fan. Ooh, the crypto EMP comes through and breaks the gen. Ooh, nice alternator shots. Damn.
Shots coming in, but no, not coming in. Kishera still
Yo, start resin that, man.
like he might be out of the fight for quite
There you
some
go.
time at the moment, although they are trying to stick the res.
They got a thermite kill, post kill.
Which is never somewhere that you really want to have 2 people at once.
Someone killed him with the thermite.
Will hold, and that is some nice shots coming
Damn.
from the alternator to do exactly that. So this is an interesting composition. And
So that's
this
a
is
2-man
something that
now.
I think Team Portugal and Kishera, they've been all about in previous seasons. If they feel like
Out to the right, boom,
boom,
fried. Oh, see you later, Bloodhound. He didn't get him.
Don't quite get the knock. That's everything you wanted, but it looks like there is
Okay, he got
assistance
him.
coming from elsewhere, and there we
Post
go.
kill.
The Fords
Good
have
man.
eliminated our first team out of the
Damn.
It took a while for a team to get dropped, and I think again that shows us how people are playing the game at the moment. People kind of avoiding fights, trying to find those Evo upgrades before they get involved in an engagement or until they are forced into an engagement. Now the benefit for Team Portugal is they're going to be on to purples and one of the few teams at the moment who have been able to Evo upgrade that way.
Another look at the map overhead here, and you can see some teams who might be pathing their way to some of those Evo Harvesters. We're going to keep our eyes to see it as well if any teams are going to be picking up those red armors a little bit earlier than others by finding a little bit of care package with a nice looking car battery full of Evo on it as well. But I mean, you just saw that fight being won by Team Portugal, and it's an important one as well because they have the southern side of the zone right in that corner, but they are going to have to go a little bit more north, and Go Next are in a great spot. And one thing we haven't even mentioned, Dan, is
Sending on the
just how
houses.
the leaderboards are at the moment. A lot of these teams you kind of mentioned in the overall standings need points.
Standing on
during
the
this
double
lobby today.
houses.
Yeah, you've got a few teams who are kind of down in the 20+ positions, and if they do find themselves there after today's matchups, it's not looking
Fuck,
so
man.
great
Caustic
because
team
they
in there,
weren't
you're
able to find
chilling,
points
dude.
in the other matchups previously. So it
Pest
has to happen
Control.
today for me. A team like Pest Control, I mean, a 2 at the moment, but we'll have to see whether they can get the job done a little bit later.
My favorite combo to
You also
be of
mentioned
weapons to
that
be using this
Team
season,
Portugal
man,
have to move a
have
little
gotta
bit
be
north.
like
Completely right. I mean, we
the
saw the
G7
circle was pulling
and like the
slightly
file
towards
line.
the central of Thermal Station, where Alliance are currently
This
set
shit feels
up.
so
All
nice.
these teams that are traveling from the outskirts at the moment are finding themselves in a tight
I don't know what I
spot
like
because
more,
a
the
lot of the
2x4
choke points
on the
are being held by
plow,
squads at the
no,
moment.
2x4 on
You
the
have to try and go
G7
over the
or
top of
3
them.
times.
But because there's not room to play really
I
in
just
Thermal
don't know.
Station,
It feels like
there's a
the
lot
4
of
times
lava,
I can
there's
just get the
a
extra
very
little bit of
kind
range,
of lack
but
of space to be able to
I
position
just don't
yourself.
like the 2
So
times
you've
on
really
it.
got to be thinking about where you're going to go, and at the moment TSM Phoenix have another squad residing right next to them.
TSM Phoenix trying
Man,
to
just both stay alive,
at
like-
the moment. Kyrie looking for some shots herself, but can't quite find the opening at the moment, but does have the disruptor around, so really
If TSM Phoenix dies for this,
She
it's
needs to
just
on that
stupid.
alternator. At the moment, it's stay healthy. You're inside
You know
of
what I
the
mean?
building, and the Watson fences, as always, the classic being able to hold down those doors and make the push a little bit more stalled. And if you're a TSM Phoenix on the outside of this, the longer it takes, we always talk about the option for
I'm
another
saying,
team to
like,
come
they
in
don't
and
need to be
engage.
pushing
They
into
still
this
have
house.
Stay Healthy's job a
It
lot
makes
more
sense.
easy.
I will say we're not seeing as much caustic as we've been seeing in North American scrims, for example. Watson seeming to creep up a little bit more. I always love the difference between EMEA and NA in terms of composition picks.
I like
I'm
Watson
sure
more than
that'll
Caustic
develop
this
as we get
season
further
too,
and
personally.
closer to playoffs. But TSM Phoenix
If you have a
are
good
more than happy to
Watson
say,
player.
okay, well, we'll take the smaller, less desirable home here. It's cheaper in rent, and we're more than happy to be here for now.
Yeah, you can keep your 4-bedroom detached. We'll have the 3-bed terrace. It's fine. We don't quite have the budget available. But TSM Phoenix, who have just got into this position, are going to be bunkering down for a few moments. They don't have information of where that next zone is going to be going, but we'll jump into a listening and see what their decisions are going to be.
So we should kill them.
If we can get an entry, I'm down to fight.
Man, they're really not hugging TSM Phoenix right now.
I don't have it.
Probably because it's like a girl team and their fucking producers are like, you gotta put them on. Guarantee it.
Please can us.
They have a Bangalore, Bloodhound.
Yeah.
Let's the demon hide them. So
I'd put my left nut on it.
okay. I think we're getting low-key, like fight them right now.
Well, it looks like they want to take the fight here down. The blood ult is going to be the go button.
What insightful listening.
TSM Phoenix, of course, going through a change this week as well. So excited to see kind of how they progress as a squad. And you know, I want to see it. I want to see a go button press. I don't mind taking a risk every now and then if you feel like you have to take it. And if they have the ring console information, or if they feel like the zone is moving away from them, then sometimes you do have to take that risk. Now, as we look elsewhere, we are starting to see purples creep up. People have done their side quests. They have achieved the extra Evo upgrades, and people are going to be more than comfortable now to take the fights when they have purples.
Continue with main story. I love that.
Yes, focus.
Aftermath are going to be holding out LVH at the moment, who we did see potentially trying to
nice conduit all.
off their drop, but
that was a good conduit all. Followed up by the Bangle trade.
Now we're going to see a lot of utility being
And Bavis is going in. Alliance, EFFs, just getting murked. This conduit all, man. Those shits are annoying. He's going to get... Yeah, he cut off, still there. You got the EVA 8? Ooh, nice. Good scan.
Yeah, so annoying when Conduit ult goes down because it's just, they're so healthy, so much damage you have to input into one of those
T-Kids is
devices
dead, Lifton's running away.
So it is a great barrier, but now TSM Phoenix have got engaged in this fight. They have decided to push, but it doesn't look like
stay healthy, not staying too healthy.
One knock on to stay healthy.
Yo, Jay, what are you saying?
2 versus 1 now, and it's going to be cleanup crew.
Oh, fuck. GG. I don't know why they're fighting, like... They just die for that for free. Both of them just die for free. That's hilarious. I knew that shit was gonna happen, bro. Like, that one team that wasn't psyched had just been chilling inside, so they have to rotate. No point. No point moving.
But Aurora are always waiting for the opportunity to come in third and clean up the easy.
That one team was just griefing.
Exactly what they do. Perfect timing coming in from.
Yo, what's up, Jayski?
Back over to Aftermath, who we just saw holding out LVH, and I tell you what, Bavis got the knock with that. Eva 8. And
the challengers, nah. This is EMEA. It's like Europe.
It's not fun.
It is not fun. Do you know what's also not fun? Is going up against a team full of reds. La Cita France having a full red Evos right now. So they've done fantastic. Look, only 164 damage for Psychop, by the way. Like, they have been...
How the fuck do they have so many Evos?
Whether it be Evo Harvesters, whether it be...
Probably it's like the care packages.
Bins, they've just been doing work to make sure they are at their most healthy
crazy.
And in their best position. It looks like they have
Homie's got the
triple
thing
that as well, so it's not like they haven't fought anything. Also, going to touch on, I'm fairly certain it was Aurora with the lifeline. They had a red armor as well, probably through the lifeline care package, being able to upgrade that later, and they may have a wingman or an Eva 8 alongside that. So that's very exciting for Aurora. It is great to see different
to
the selection here.
Yeah, I think Lifeline definitely has value, and not only that, of course, just being able to res in the middle of a fight, just get someone up while you still have your gun up. But Aurora, they're getting a knock in the kill feed as well. But ESG, they're having a
force they're gonna get fucked
right now, and they're looking for the drop onto the team underneath them. But it's looking like a little bit of an awkward fight at the moment. But
I hate Caustic.
It's good enough for them. August and Hungary will fall. Tyler will not get the return that he would have wanted in his first game. But the question is, can they get Blast back up here? Are they going to be able to hold
he's
through?
dead.
It's the Caustic that's down as well, which, as we know, if you've got the Caustic in the game, that's great. But once again, who's coming into third? It's Aurora.
Yeah, Aurora going to want to try and push up on this one and try and increase those Evos a little bit more. Hardeki on the lifeline. I love this, by the way. I love this comp. I love that we're seeing people experiment a little bit. You've also got the support legend coming in through
Run pub.
Well, so if things do go wrong, you can still create those banners.
Yeah,
shit. Reset a little bit. Now, we are seeing the circle move just slightly south of kind of the hill house buildings that are over towards thermal stations.
I'm gonna watch this game, then I'll probably join.
Spots at the moment. Interesting. I mentioned earlier that
these games don't look too good.
Coming in third party and win, it'll be Aurora.
There's only 11 squads left.
Hardeki in 2024 would be playing Lifeline in the ALGS, then I would not give you such a positive answer. But one thing I can guarantee is that Iron Impulse is still dirty when he's got a gun in his hand. He hits big shots, and that'll be Aurora trying to force this fight again as Orion jumps in to the Beast of the Hunt.
Beast of the Hunt, and of course, did choose the perk selection. Will get 25 HP per knock if his HP has gone down, which in a caustic meta, by the way, very important because your HP is going to be depleting, not your shields if you are amongst that gas, so that's something to be focusing on as well for Bloodhounds.
Do they change ALG ranks too? What do you mean, do they change it?
11 squads left as this next circle is beginning to close. It's crunch time. Everyone's going to be forced together.
Well, 3 players who know each other extremely well. Team Cold, JMW, Graceful, rejoined by Urban now, and in a pretty good spot towards this end game. The only issue for them, though, is they're going to have to hold out a lot of teams who are trying to force their way onto them towards this end game. You see they're kind of just poking through the window saying hello. We know you're there. They do have the caustic barrel down on that door, which is going to make it a lot easier for them to navigate. And you can see Aurora just cleaning up pieces at the moment. It just feels like an Aurora day today. When I looked at the lobby, I was like, these guys are very aggressive. They like to clean up and be the third-party nuisance. And with some of the
no, it's the same
placements that we're seeing from some of the teams in this lobby, it might be a
same
to be an Aurora fan.
Do Aurora try and get out of this one? It looks like they are going to be taking the balloon here just to get up. I love it as well. Just to say, all right, if there's a team above us, let's just try and help out the other squads that were doing damage from a distance. Aftermath get eliminated. We've got teams like Team Portugal who are on height. La Cite de France are on height. Go Next are also in a very valuable spot at the moment. All these teams that are down low are going to be forced together at once, so it's going to be difficult to try and stay as a full 3.
Well, Alliance, what a big day is for them. The new pickup Unlucky is going to be on our screens right now. They've got a rotation to make here. They've got to try and force their way towards zone. Let's jump into the comms and see what the plan is.
One is knocked.
I'm watching our back, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't. We just keep scanning it. Keep scanning it. Yeah, yeah. We gotta count lava though. Lava's gonna flip it out.
Yeah, right side channel 3 PS, I think.
Yeah, we just need to watch the right side. Right side needs to die soon. Yeah. Just hold that. Make sure they don't into our shit.
I cannot play and hide.
It's fine. We're not in here, but we're probably gonna 3P left side here. We're gonna play like close.
Let's go that way.
We're gonna play close here, and then we're gonna 3P left with it. Okay?
That side walking up. Careful.
They should not leave. They should not leave. I'm watching right side right now. You guys watch.
Alright.
I think we need 2 on right here with me. 2 on right with me.
So what's the play? What's the play? What are we doing next?
We're in
here, bro. We're actually chilling, yeah.
Yes. That's what I mean. We chill here, and then we probably 3P left side. Like, it's gonna be a fucking fiesta over there.
Jump. I like it.
Yeah, here, one.
There's only one team mushroom.
I want to. Yeah. It's only one.
I'm just smoking right side.
Yeah.
Right
Go
side
grab the heavy ammo. Oh, he got shot.
Team Island. Fight mushroom, I think.
Have you seen any Lobos? No.
This is one thing to keep you right. ESG eliminated in the meantime. If you have zone, getting those shields up towards the end game so vital, and Alliance are in a good spot here, Dan.
Yeah, speaking of keeping an eye, Unlucky actually choosing full coverage instead of Taste of Blood for Bloodhound's perk tree, just to get that double tack, kind of full body scan, and making sure you can just get even more information just for an extended period of time. We'll see whether it helps Alliance towards this end game, but they are in a sticky
full body
spot,
tag bullshit sucks.
so cold, and they are having to force themselves down. They do have the caustic to work with though, but now as the circle closes, this is where legend selection is really going to be imperative here. This is where things like caustic, like a Bloodhound, for example, they're going to be the key legends in these final fights. For the
Watson's the key here. Oh, never mind. Getting decimated. Woo! Get him. Kill him. Finish him. Get his arm swap. What I'd be doing. Oh. Pissed on. Res him.
He's going to be able to survive for a little bit there as well, but whether it's going to be for long is the real question. As
Ooh, getting fried.
Currently being absolutely melted.
Kashira's dead.
Kashira can't even look left or right without being singed by something.
Team Portugal survived though. I'm not quite sure how you saw a Horizon Ultimate coming in. You saw the Thermite, which was cooking away at every single hair on their body, but they survived most importantly. But they are going to have to leave that high ground in a few moments' time. Aurora in a great spot. The only team at the moment who have full red armor, and that could make the difference towards the end game.
Yeah, so it is going to end down low here. So the teams that are up on height who are kind of sitting pretty have to drop down eventually. And as you mentioned, Aurora are already on the lower side, so they can kind of walk towards that circle. But of course, there's going to be a lot of vision from the teams that are up above as someone goes for a suicide dive into the lava, and Aurora just clean things up.
Yeah, Hardeki just giving him a haircut on the way down as well. Nice little 95 headshot with that wingman. Let's see the France now. They're going to take on Team Portugal and win that one as well. And of course, I stand corrected.
There's the Caustic.
Aurora were the only team with full red Evos. We forgot about LCDF. They have the full red Evos as well. But Alliance, what a game this is for them.
I'd say it's coming down between.
Dropping here at Thermal Station, but the ability to convert is in their hands.
Well, the France have just lost one. That's big for all the other squads.
Oof.
They might be able to get a
No, they get the res.
There is no vision from any of the other teams, and they should be able to get back up to a 4-3. And they had the gold knockdown shield as well. So this is not the end of the world. But now it's about where do you go from here?
You land on that little thing in front of you.
To use some smoke just to get the vision cleared of other teams here.
Damn, they're gonna get focused hard.
Down and use that gravitational lift from Horizon just to bop and weave a little bit longer. Than if they didn't have that.
Ooh, they're getting full focus. Yeah, they're dead. They should have used that Horizon Q when they drop. Ooh, Aurora getting melted here. Yo, this Mozambique goes ham. I swear to God.
This is their territory, and they want to push on their advantage.
Oh, they're up top? What the fuck?
They can't find them right now.
The game of hide and seek. Someone's going to have to drop. It's going to be Lecite de France. The question is, do they have the Q available? It looks like they don't from the Horizon, which is going to make this a little bit of an ugly landing. Alliance in position to clean this one up. Effect. It's all up to you, but no, he can't do it. And Lecite de France come through in game one here in EMEA with the first win of season 20.
Pissed on.
Were Alliance kind of baited out by the res there? They thought that
pissed
maybe
on.
Going to be a res, so they instantly sent themselves. But
they got absolutely fucking bamboozled, bro. They didn't know they were up top. Oh my God.
Because they were able to engage first, get that initial
fucking
damage,
pissed
and then
on.
at that point, it was just following up and making sure everyone hit their shots and they were targeting correctly.
Yeah, amazing performance from
That's unbelievable.
France in that first game. Taking the first must feel good, right? Just to say, yeah, you remember season 20? Yeah.
Unbelievable.
We started, yeah, we won the first game of that. Like, it's confidence, right? It makes you feel like maybe this is our season. This is my year.
Alright. Enough of you, sir. Man, mad annoying. Mad annoying. Enough of that. Chat, damn, baited. They couldn't find him, shitters. Wow.
Down, the mobile respawn beacon was there, and that perhaps was a little bit of bait, but they certainly kind of full sent it, and then they just couldn't find a.
Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab some water. My dog is barking at.
When you're watching it in third person, it's
Jay, skill me in Discord, homie.
But yeah, Alliance don't have that information. Maybe didn't have the Bloodhound scan in time. Used it in the previous fight, but I mean, it's impressive to say the least from Lecite de France. And I think one thing to talk about, Dan, is the red evos as well, right? It's something that we didn't talk about. The red evo cores, Alliance have purples going into that final fight, and their opponents have reds. That can be the difference in those final moments.
Yeah, I mean, extra 25 shields is going to be massive in pro gameplay. So even if it's just like that extra little bit of a bullet or any sort of extra damage you'd be expecting, it can be massive between these two teams. And we saw it very early on from Lecite de France. They were able to get reds earlier than I think any other team. I don't know how their journey was, what kind of pathing they took, but that would certainly be interesting to watch back and see what kind of route they take so that they can get so much shields in the early game.
Yeah, very, very impressive stuff from them. And I think they're certainly going to be a team to watch. I feel like they've been heating up previously in the last few game days that we had seen. And they're in a good spot in the overalls, but I feel like a good day today could really fill them with confidence to push it to that next level. But just while we're waiting for the results to come in, I think it gives us, we saw a really good kind of dichotomy and an example there of what it's like to have to play zone in season 20 versus what it's like to play edge, right? Because I feel like there's a really nice balance now between the two. You get naturally, of course, when a zone comes towards you, prio position, right? Which is what everybody wants in the game. But to get to that prio position, you have to sacrifice pathing for Evo harvesters, for, you know, easy ways to level up your Evo shields. If you don't have a beacon, it becomes a little bit more difficult. And you may have to play that position initially with blue shields and kind of look for squad wipes in and around to get up to purples. But you're very rarely going to be able to get up to red Evo cores in that end game, because of the fact that you don't have access to these other ways to get your Evo up that a team like La Cité de France did in that final moment.
Yeah, the damage difference nowadays from getting from purple to red, you're unlikely to be able to do it through purely damage. We do see teams somehow still achieve it because people are insane in Pro League, but it's not going to happen as much as it did in previous seasons, so you do need to find ways, and whether that is just scanning a care package that's in the sky, whether there is a random assault bin that you manage to find that someone else hasn't been able to grab yet. Pathing is so important now in Apex Legends, and you have to be able to strategically plan your routes, not just to avoid fights, but also to make sure that you are going to be as healthy as possible. And you're completely right. If you have blues, which is expected when you play early zone, and a team suddenly lands on you and they have purples, maybe even reds if they've been able to play the correct way, you're at such a disadvantage. So you need to be thinking about your legend composition to try and counteract that. Okay, how do we stop people pushing us? That's when Caustic and Watson and other legends that are just so good at controlling come into the equation.
Well, we're going to go for a quick break now. Game number 2 is just around the corner. We'll confirm the results of game 1 when we get right back. But I tell you what, it's a great way to start Season 20.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's match 2 in game day number 6 here in the ALGS. Season 20 is upon us, and I'm joined by Gaskin, Dan Gaskin, of course, alongside myself, Rain Day, to hit up the second piece of action. We'll be able to see about it. Dan, takeaways from game number 1. I love the conversation you and Mark were in about the benefits and the negatives, the pros and cons of having the zone pull towards you, but also not being able to access those higher level Evos. Sometimes that makes the difference, and it kind of did in that last fight.
It's just so much to kind of dive into just from that first game, whether it be legend composition or whether it be from just playing edge or playing zone. It was a discussion that me and Mark had previously that we don't feel like zone or edge is really better than the other at the moment. It seems more balanced than it's ever been, but certainly you do see the pros and cons for sure. One of the biggest pros is being able to get up to red, like La Cité de France were able to do. And like I said, I really want to go back and see just how they did it, whether they were killing kind of wildlife, whether they were able to take down the ability of getting care packages, whether it was through bins. Like there's so many different ways of getting Evo shields. I think they're able to only have one.
It's all the talking heads going.
And yeah, red. So I think that makes a big difference. And they didn't have the lifeline. We had already from Aurora, they had the lifeline, which explained why they had a red so early on. But for La Cité de France, they had done so much work for them.
It's good, G.
I mean, when you look at the parity, right, and between these pros, a lot of times,
how are those? Is it just game 2?
Yeah, it'll just be game 2.
So much better than the other.
How you doing?
Them can hold their own. So going for the life,
I'm sitting here shooting fucking shit in the range.
Oh yeah?
Yes, sir.
You wanna go? You wanna shoot some shit in the range? Do you?
Let's eliminate that lifeline. Maybe
just warming up.
giving people an idea. The idea is experimenting, and that is what we will see as
I gotta warm up if you're coming on, bro. It's not the same lobbies, you know? If I'm not on my fucking 8, I gotta be fucking ready, bro.
You goddamn
I went on a pretty fat win streak yesterday, bro. I didn't get 4, sadly, but 3.
You got 3
Yeah, dude.
in ranked?
No, both.
You had me all excited, dude.
Still the highest win streak this season I've had, so should be.
That's pretty crazy though. Yeah, you're not wrong, not wrong. That's pretty crazy. Can't knock it. Can't knock it.
All Pathfinder games too.
Oh, Path, yeah. You're fucking.
That's just more experience I'm getting, you know.
You know what the name of it is?
Oh, that's fair.
Experience is key, brother.
You're convinced on the path you pick now, eh?
I think he's top 3.
Really?
Top 3 what? I'm not sure. He's top 3. Top 3 something.
We'll see if this ends up working out for Kurev, Bavis, and Stahl on Aftermath Alliance.
Get disconnected, bro.
In a tournament, I'd be so pissed.
Yeah, same. It's happened to LM before. Imagine.
Do they just like restart or?
Sometimes.
The sorry kid. Yeah. Sorry about your luck.
Get good, bud.
Getting to a purple, getting to a blue early, it really does change a lot of these early game priorities if you're not fighting.
Yeah, and also
I just hope my shit can carry over from yesterday, because I was a fucking demon, brother.
You're a demon, eh? You're a semen demon?
A little bit, bro. I think I went on like a 4 or 5 game stretch without dying, you know? And then like my team would die and I'd eventually die, but I was holding my own, bro. I fuck with it.
Well, you went a 4 or 5 game... 4 or 5
Just
game
like-
thing without dying.
Yeah, like
your
carrying
teammates-
my team. Yeah, and then I would die, but
Okay, so...
top like 2 or 3, you know?
Fair, fair.
I was fragging out yesterday.
powerful drop spots and POIs that we have right now.
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that you're able to get that early advantage is going to be massive. I think a lot of questions that people had too are
Still using flatline hemlock. Pretty decent combo.
Nice, nice. I'm liking Havoc G7, fucking Havoc. Not Havoc. Havoc G7 or Flatline G7. My combo.
I just feel like if you miss those few shots with G7, you're almost chalked, you know?
Not really.
And to initiate, you have to hit those first few shots, and there's initiating shots, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Or else like your time to kill so high, you know?
Yeah, it's more so just for poking and shit, and then like medium to close range is the flatline. That shit does more damage than most like SMGs.
True. Touche.
some of these fights that we're going to be seeing, Dan.
And then you put 3 times on that, and you just go an assault rifle. You can just fucking beam people without long range too. You know?
What do you put, a 2x4 on the G7?
G7, yeah, or 3 times. Yeah.
North, and you can already see Forger making their way through the train tunnel at the moment, just to try and get as far north as possible, maybe up towards the respawn beacon on the far tip of the northern side, because they're probably expecting it to keep pulling north and up past Survey Beacon. Teams who are traveling from the south are going to have to get a little bit of a boogie on, but of course now you can change your pathing once seeing the zone here. You